All right, apparently Ruben Sim put out a new video. I'm a fan of Ruben Sim, in case you guys don't know. I'm a big fan. I think he's kind of the GOAT. In a sense, he's kind of the GOAT. I can't think of another GOAT quite like him. All right, new Ruben Sim video. How a 12-year-old cost Roblox $10 million. Very curious to see this.
A few years ago, me and my friends were cheated out of $100. We created an ad to promote our Roblox game on the website and had it approved by moderation. But Roblox ended up changing their minds and deleted our ad only after we had paid 10,000 Robux for it to run. We asked for a refund and we didn't get one. I made a video about this, and one of the biggest questions people had was, why can't you just sue Roblox? The answer is because all of us have technically agreed to the terms of service, the excruciatingly long contract that lets Roblox do basically whatever they want for any reason, or even no reason. They have unfettered discretion to delete your items, your games, your account, and apparently your advertisements, regardless of how much you paid for them.
This is the problem with suing like any major platform. Like I've heard in the past about people that wanted to sue like Twitter or stuff like that. And unfortunately, I think the problem you run into a lot of the time is that if you agree to the terms of service, which you probably don't even read, right? I've got an iPhone right here, right? This is an iPhone. When I turn on my iPhone, am I going to lie and say that when I turn it up and I boot up the user agreement before I like sign into everything, am I going to lie and say that I read that? No, I don't read it. Who knows what could be in there? And nobody actually reads that either is the thing, right? Nobody's going to read it. And when you sign up for Roblox, you're not going to read the terms of service, despite the fact that here it says for US users, Roblox's arbitration agreement, section 11, which outlines how disputes between you and Roblox will be resolved. Specifically, these Roblox terms contain a binding individual arbitration and class action waiver. This means that you give up the right to bring an action in court individually or part of a class action. So basically, if you sign up for Roblox, you can't sue them for something that they do on the game, right? Like if they ban you or something, you can't sue them for that. It's illegal, right? Well, yeah, it's illegal because you signed that contract, unless they violate their own terms of service, in which case I think maybe you could, but it's somewhat difficult. You waive the right to sue any of these large social media companies.
So included is an agreement that you can't sue them. Wow, go figure. Instead, you have to go through mandatory informal dispute resolution, followed by arbitration, concepts that I'm sure all of the 10-year-olds on Roblox are very familiar with. But what if I were to tell you that this legally binding document may not apply to everyone? In fact, there's a loophole that applies to nearly half of Roblox's users, one that's cost Roblox a significant amount of money. This is the story of the 12-year-old.
Where's all this art from? Is this AI art?
Significant amount of money. This
must be AI art, right? Unless he had this professionally commissioned. I don't see him crediting anyone there. Maybe it is AI art. If so, I kind of want to know what he uses because it looks pretty good. AI art is actually cool. Is the thing. People don't want to admit this. AI art is actually like cool and useful and nice. I like AI art. Okay, it's an easy sidestep to get mass-produced art in a way that you can actually get what you want, right? It's very nice, and the technology can be utilized in many different ways. And I don't think it undercuts, the average artist. I mean, maybe if you're bad at your job or you're just easily replaceable, you'll get replaced. But maybe you shouldn't have had that job anyway if that's the case. In reality, AI art is quite a nice thing.
Story of the 12-year-old girl who cost Roblox $10 million.
Based.
Jane Doe discovered Roblox in 2019 when she was just 10 years old. She pulled up the sign-up page where she
because it's a court case, they don't release her name publicly, so we don't actually even know who this girl is. She's just Jane Doe.
Her birthday, username, password, and gender, and right above the bright green sign-up button, a fine print read,
"By clicking sign up, you are agreeing to the terms of use." That's right, all 30 pages of college-level legalese. It's only a 2-hour read for an adult. I'm serious.
Roblox believed, and likely still believes, that this is a perfectly valid, legally binding procedure. I want to give a huge shout out to War Thunder for making this.
Shout out to War Thunder. Gotta skip the ad though. We gotta skip the ad.
Signs up for Roblox, and like many children her age, she's hooked. She customizes her avatar using the handful of free items, but eventually grows tired of her small selection and asks her parents to start buying her Robux. With her new allowance, Jane goes on a virtual shopping spree. Over the next 2 years, she would continuously expand her virtual wardrobe until one day she logs in and realizes several of her items are missing. Roblox had suddenly removed products she'd paid for with no warning, no notice, and worst of all, no refund. Why would Roblox do this? These items were completely in line with Roblox's rules. Besides, as far as Jane knew, all items had to be pre-screened by moderation. It seemed wrong for Roblox to approve items, let people spend money on them, and only then decide to remove them without even offering a refund.
This is a common thing I've heard about from Roblox players. Like, you'll buy items and then all of a sudden Roblox will just get rid of them like that. They'll just be gone. This is like a very, very common thing that I've seen. It's pretty annoying. It's pretty annoying. But I feel like this is kind of the future of gaming, just with microtransactions. I think these problems are going to get more and more prevalent, unfortunately. It sucks. It sucks, but this is the future. Like, Roblox is the future of gaming, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, just because of how accessible it is, because of how easy it is to either hop on a game or make one yourself. Roblox is essentially, you know, what YouTube was to video content is what Roblox is to gaming. Okay, Roblox is metaverse. I mean, it essentially is like a metaverse, right? It's a virtual world where you can, you know, have all these different experiences. Although I think the metaverse is like one world. Is my understanding. It's like one little like one universe. But Roblox, like, there's endless experiences, they call them. But it really is the future of gaming, and there is some cool stuff being done on Roblox right now. You know, I'm sure you guys have seen like the realistic FPS games in Roblox. It's the future of normie slop. Well, hate to break it to you, Smaggle, but normie slop is what the majority of people like. Yeah, this is I think this is it.
It can't be that good, right? And so I played this game and wow, this game is something. So let's just jump right into it. This game actually looks really, really nice.
How is this in
for
Roblox?
Whatever odd reason. And this
You
game
can basically
gives me
run this in a
literally Call of
browser.
Duty vibes. Like, straight up, it's Call of Duty. Like, literally everything is Call of Duty. But they have score streaks and everything, and, you know, everything seems rather kind of balanced. So today I was scrolling through Roblox,
which is pretty cool. And because it's so accessible, that's why Roblox is on the come up and has been for years, right? That's why it's such an impressive thing. Child slaves made that game? I mean, probably. You're probably right, Georgia S. Child slavery is also the future of the gaming market, though. That's the thing people don't understand. Child slavery is the way of the future. For my YouTube channel, you guys know I have all these contractors. Where do you think I get them? Fiverr. They're all Indians. They're all 9 years old, and they're making me hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. So thank you very much to the Fiverr Indians who I've hired, okay? You guys are going to make me make $10 million this year. I don't love any of you, but I will keep underpaying you.
As more and more items vanished from Jane's inventory without any explanation, Jane decided to spend more Robux to replace items that she thought would be hers permanently. This process created a cycle of spending that slowly drained money from her account and her dad's wallet. Unsure of why his daughter was spending so much Robux, Mr. Doe decided to investigate. He found that not only was Roblox deleting items that didn't violate the rules, they were also approving items that never should have been allowed.
Milk, Jesus. This is the other thing. Roblox is so foul these days because it's so big. The moderation is so poor. You see, like, I made a video about like sus Roblox games. In some of these games I went in, there were literal active child predators that I found who were just like, I had to report their accounts because they were like, is anybody here a 12-year-old boy? I am too. Let's do erotic roleplay, right? Stuff like that. Or you would have like cat girls and stuff like that. I mean, stuff that's just not suitable for a children's game. And meanwhile, you had like kids running around like this. This is literally someone in a bikini. Like, there is a clear, strange trend of weird Roblox games. All you have to do to find them is look up sus, and you'll find like Sussy Row 63. Roblox is demonic, literally run by demons, and very well maybe run by Cthulhu. But here, new dirty nightclub game. I went in here. Do what must be done. The Hellspawn will not survive the fires. Why is there like a massacre going on in here right now? Is that a flamethrower? I thought it was a flamethrower. Owner admin, kick ban OP guns. Speed potion, $200. I'm good. I don't want to. You can just pay to get mod status immediately. We got Rick Sanchez. Roblox average 6 Sussy Hotel. And this video was full of just like me finding weird shit in Roblox. 18. And there's other people that have done this too, obviously, where they find a lot of like weird, gross stuff. It's typical. It's average. It's normal. It's what happens literally. It's gross. It's disgusting. But this is just like what this game is now, right? And it's not to say that everything, you know, on Roblox is gross. The majority of stuff on it is probably fine. You know, you go on Flamingo's channel. Most of the games he plays are perfectly family friendly stuff that's like fine. But you will find some really weird stuff, and it's clearly geared towards a child audience and trying to get them on the platform. And Ruben Sims done a good job of covering that over the past few years.
Out in the first place. And when those items were removed, Roblox would recommend exact copies. This unlicensed Nike top was approved for sale by Roblox moderation after being bought thousands.
How is that approved for wait, it literally has the Nike logo and it's unlicensed. How was this approved by anyone? Shouldn't this have been shot down immediately? Who do they have reviewing this stuff? Are they like non-English speakers who don't recognize Nike as like a global brand or something? Isn't Nike recognized even in like India? Who do they have approve this?
By Roblox moderation. After being bought thousands of times, the item was removed, likely for copyright reasons, and in the recommended section, Roblox displays a listing for a copy of the exact same product from the exact same seller. He also found a Glassdoor review from an alleged former moderator who claims that Roblox gave him a content deletion quota.
The manager that was in charge of us demanded that we have a set quota on the amount of contents and accounts moderated each day, even going as far as to banning users off the platform who'd clearly done nothing that violated our trust and safety policies. The way we were required to treat the platform's users just to meet the required quota was the last straw.
Keep in mind, Roblox makes a lot of money off this. Every player-to-player transaction nets Roblox 30% of the sale through a marketplace fee. By constantly deleting people's items, Roblox was driving more sales at the expense of their own customers. Jane was clueless to all of this. If she knew that Roblox could remove her items for no reason, she never would have bought them in the first place. From her father's perspective, a multi-billion-dollar corporation was taking advantage of not just his daughter, but millions of other users subject to the same treatment. And so he lawyered up and filed a class action lawsuit. You can think of civil court cases like these as tennis matches between lawyers. The plaintiff makes the first serve by filing a complaint, outlining all the reasons why the defendant deserves a lawsuit. Then the defendant can return the serve by filing a motion to dismiss.
Is that Hassan Piker? Does that look like him? Popped a perk and ended up in Sussy Hotel. Sussy Hotel is so strange, dude. Why the use? I guess I shouldn't even ask. I was gonna say like why the use of like weird meme terms to disguise this stuff, to disguise the sexual content on Roblox? But obviously it's because it passes under the radar, right? That's why.
The plaintiff can file a response to this motion and the defendant can enter a final reply. And from here, the judge will decide if the case should be dropped. If the case is dropped, it's over. Everyone goes home. But if the judge decides the case should go forward, the real battle begins. If the motion to dismiss was a sports match, the rest of civil litigation is an all-out war, with every move costing ungodly amounts of time and money, potentially ending with the defendant being plundered for untold riches. Simply put, Roblox really wants to win. Jane Doe's counsel makes the first serve with a complaint that reads,
"The predatory conduct taking place on defendant's platform reaches far beyond that which occurs at the hands of other nefarious users and third parties. Defendant itself seeks to fleece its own users financially in a clever content-deleting scheme."
It's a powerful serve, but there's something you should know about Roblox's legal team. They're managed far better than the moderation team. This company is well funded with an all-star legal team of major league lawyers. They file a masterclass of a motion to dismiss that begins with 5 pages of case law references, over a dozen legal arguments, and a written declaration from Roblox's senior director of product promising to testify if called as a witness. All of this contributes to 2 main points. 1, Jane is legally bound by the terms of service because she agreed to them by signing up. This tiny bit of fine print is proof enough that Jane gave up her right to file this lawsuit as soon as she made her account. 2,
I kind of have a conflicting thought on the terms of service thing, because on one hand, you can't expect the platform to completely be responsible for everything that happens there, or not to up, right? Like with YouTube, right? Like when you agree to the terms of service, I don't think YouTube should be easy to be held liable. I don't think it should be easy to hold YouTube liable for stuff that happens on their platform, you know, especially if it's not done by YouTube employees, right? Like that is silly. That is ridiculous. It shouldn't be allowed. Okay. It shouldn't be allowed. But on the other hand, if they're explicitly going against their own terms of service, if they're, you know, making egregious missteps, like deleting products you already bought, obviously in that specific case, I would have to support the plaintiff and not the defendant, right? Because they took items that she bought, right? She purchased items and they took them away, and then they're pushing unlicensed items onto her as well, which is very silly. So yeah, that's what I would say. That's what I'd say there. It's kind of a double-edged sword in that way, where ultimately On one hand, you know, I overall am against holding platforms liable for stuff that happens on their platform that they can't control. But, you know, on the other hand, Roblox here could control specifically this aspect, and they decided not to. They decided to, you know, or rather, they didn't decide not to. They decided to control it poorly. So, yeah.
The lawsuit is pointless because Roblox already gave Jane a refund after she filed the lawsuit. And guess what? They just rolled out their all-new automatic refund program. Wow! Since there's nothing else the court could possibly grant the plaintiff, the case should be dismissed. The refund is a great mystery in this lawsuit because the complaint says she didn't get one. The motion says she did. The response says, no, she didn't. We checked. And the reply says, again, that she totally did.
Of course, it would be easy to confirm this fact if plaintiff would simply tell Roblox the username.
Oh, this is AI. He did an AI voice of Dave Bazuki, the owner of Roblox. That is clever. That's so clever. Can you get in legal trouble for that at all? Is there any kind of legal repercussion Roblox could put onto Ruben Sim for that? Not saying they should, to be clear. He's had enough trouble with, I think, Roblox's legal team already. But if he doesn't make it clear that it's like parody or something, like, could they argue he's like impersonating them? I imagine there will be cases about that in the future with AI voices.
Of her Roblox account, something plaintiff's counsel has concealed and refused to provide Roblox since the lawsuit was filed more than 8 months ago.
Roblox was so confident in their automatic refund program, they just assumed that Jane received her refund. When this case reached the judge, he wrote,
Roblox argues that this case is moot. I disagree. First, the claims for damages are not moot, at least because the parties disagree about whether Doe actually received this credit. Additionally, a voluntary program whose full scope is not yet known is less certain to remedy harm than a judicial judgment.
Okay, so Roblox lost the mootness argument, but what about the terms of service? This is probably one of the most important legal arguments Roblox has at its disposal. Most of their motion hinges on the terms legally applying to Jane. She signed up, so technically she agreed, right? In California contract law, simply agreeing to a contract isn't enough for it to be legally binding. The parties have to understand what they're agreeing to, and the plaintiff argues in their response, Roblox can't show
Because she was 10 years old, there's no way she could have understood what she was actually agreeing to with the terms of service, right?
that Jane understood or even...
The legal basis to go beyond the TOS and hold Roblox liable civilly is that contracts cannot override existing laws.
read this contract.
Even if Roblox is
Meaning an existing law around, like, taking a product you already purchased, I assume? Is that what you're talking about here?
sign and screen might alert an adult to the fact that by signing up, they are assenting to a contract. Roblox cannot make a similar showing regarding children, which is important here because Roblox knows at the point of registration how old the user is. A 10-year-old child, like plaintiff, likely does not appreciate the fact that they have entered into a contract when they register a Roblox account.
There's even a line in Roblox's terms that says,
In order to agree to these terms, you need to be 18 or older or have your parent or guardian's consent to agree to the terms.
Roblox doesn't confirm that users under 18 have this consent, unlike platforms like YouTube, which ask for your
Some kind of fraud or false advertising can be negated by a contract. Gotcha. Okay. So they can hold them civilly liable. Okay.
parents' email or phone number if you're a minor. And so,
Because you couldn't just have in the contract, like, we have a right to kidnap you, right? I mean, obviously that's an extreme example, but it's like, that's against the law, no matter what. So that can't be in a contract.
in their final reply, Roblox simply says that
Although she contends otherwise, plaintiff assented to the Roblox terms and is therefore bound by them.
nice. And the Honorable William H. Orrick rules in favor of Jane. The judge writes,
She was 10 years old. Roblox knew her age. It did not require her to get an adult's permission or supervision, and the only sign that she was agreeing to complicated terms of use was a not-so-conspicuous disclaimer above a bright green sign-up button. Here, both putative contracting parties were aware that Doe was a minor. In light of that fact, it is unreasonable to conclude that she manifested objective assent to be bound.
with the terms of service being out of commission, most of Roblox's arguments fell apart. It's a complete disaster. Half of Roblox's users are under 13. If this ruling sets a precedent for future lawsuits, any child under similar circumstances can sue Roblox.
When was this lawsuit? Jane Doe, 12-year-old Roblox lawsuit. Are there any news articles about this? There's a Bloomberg article that doesn't seem to have, it seems like it's from 2021, so before the case was concluded, fortunately, is when this article is from. Before the case is concluded. We do have Doe versus Roblox court. This is literally just the legal filing from casetext.org. This is literally just the lawsuit. So it seems like, I actually think I found a Reddit thing about it. Bro thinks her name is Jane Doe. Dude, off. So this isn't real, right? You're receiving this notice because you may be entitled to Robux as a part of a class action settlement. If you're under 18 years old, please show this to a parent or guardian. This is an official notice about a class settlement that you should read carefully as it may affect your legal rights. Was this a notice people got on Roblox? Plaintiff Jane Doe brought a lawsuit on May 25th, 2021, alleging that Roblox failed to provide credits or refunds to Roblox users whenever items they'd obtained with Robux from the Roblox avatar shop were removed or moderated from their accounts. In September 2021, after Ms. Doe's lawsuit was filed, Roblox changed its practice for such items going forward. As part of a class action settlement, Roblox has agreed to establish a settlement fund of $10 million for the benefit of Roblox users whose items were moderated and have not yet received a full credit or refund. Such users will automatically receive a credit of Robux to the Roblox account without having to take any action. If an eligible user's share of settlement funds exceeds a value of $10, such users may submit a claim to receive their share as a cash payment instead of Robux. Roblox has also agreed to maintain its new Robux credit policy for at least 4 more years. So if you guys had one of your items taken on Roblox, you can literally get it now. You can get money for it. You can get it back through this class action lawsuit. A shout out to the U.S. legal system for that one, I guess. Riz.
Get past their arbitration clause and their class action waiver and anything else that hinges on the terms of service. Think about all the children Roblox has pissed off through falsely banning them. Think about all the victims of exploitation who were misled by Roblox's safety claims. With the motion to dismiss largely denied, Roblox filed the official answer to the complaint, listing out all their defenses and denying nearly all allegations. After 9 months of mediation, like a newborn baby, a settlement was finally born. Hooray! It's a boy! In it, Roblox reveals that 8 million accounts lost roughly 2 billion Robux by having their items deleted. That's roughly $20 million.
Oh my god.
Roblox agreed to create a $10 million settlement fund, which returns nearly half of the alleged losses back to everyone in the US. They also guarantee that an automatic refund program will be in place for at least 4 years. And based on information from the last 4 years, this program stands to prevent losses of at least $25 million and already prevented the loss of more than 500,000 Robux. You, the viewer, have likely received a message about this lawsuit from the official Roblox account.
So it did come from Roblox.
Where?
Just kidding. It says,
As part of a class action refund to their account without having to take any action.
Roblox users have their rights recognized in a court of law, and it's all thanks to 12-year-old Jane Doe. I'm Ruben Sim, and this is the story of how a 12-year-old cost Roblox $10 million.
Well, good video from, is that Borza Yankee? Good video from Ruben Sim as always. Always the best Roblox content in the game. That was a great video, super interesting. And I guess it set a new precedent for Roblox where first of all, they have to, refund people for the next 4 years automatically. And secondly, they had to establish a $10 million fund to refund any user who had their item erroneously taken away by the moderation team. So, I mean, that's a good outcome in my eyes. That's a good outcome. It's good to hold these corporations accountable. A lot of them fuck up. A lot of them are not good at moderating stuff. So it's nice to see. It's very nice to see. And be sure to become a member. For $5 a month, they get the members only podcasts and exclusive videos that only members get. Thanks so much for your support.
No